What, you Philistine? No Lord of the Rings review, no Hobbit review? You believe that The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings is not an integral part of the Peter Jackson output? Okay, let me explain. No, what my plan is, I'm going to actually skip over Lord of the Rings, and I'm going to skip out The Hobbit as well. So, my next two reviews are probably going to be King Kong and the Lovely Bones. And then, well, King Kong has 13 hours of extra material, and I want to review it next Tuesday. It's now Thursday, and I haven't even watched the film yet. So, provided I could get through 16 hours of material, that will be my next review. I may bump the Lovely Bones forward, who knows. But I intend to review them too, and then to round off this Peter Jackson season, I'm going to look at two of his producing credits. So I'm going to look at District 9 and Tintin as well. Tintin. No Hobbit, no Lord of the Rings. Why? Here's why. Too much, okay? Too much for the moment, okay? And they are so all-encompassing, especially the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, and they are films I love, absolutely love, and I think they're some of the most important works of cinema in our generation. I think that there's really only two contenders for the throne for being this generation's Star Wars, and that's the Middle Earth movies and the Marvel movies, the current Marvel MCU. Everything else is just pretenders. So with that in mind, and in many ways, they, as an artistic achievement, they are, I think, probably superior works to the Star Wars movies. Yes, don't get me wrong. I love Star Wars, but technically, I think Lord of the Rings are the better films. So, why am I missing them out? Well, because otherwise this marathon session would really just drag on and on forever, and I really want to get back to, for a bit, just to reviewing random movies, stuff I've seen and stuff from the DVD shelf. And once I've done that and got that out of my system for a few videos, then what I intend to do is, like this Peter Jackson marathon season where I've dedicated a whole month to it, I'm then going to dedicate an entire month to nothing but Middle Earth related stuff. So, and believe me, it's going to be a lot of videos because you have 6 movies, okay? 6 movies. You have 6 special editions. So there's 12 videos right there. And, you could argue that The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings are technically all one movie. So I could add an extra couple of videos where I just review them as a single movie and see if they stand up as one or the other. Also, believe it or not, there are a couple of books. Who knew? Yes, I might start doing book reviews on here as well, because I read a little. So I could review The Hobbit, I could review Lord of the Rings, and I could review The Silmarillion. I haven't actually read The Silmarillion yet. I've read the other 2, so I might go back and source out the audiobooks and them, and give The Silmarillion a read, and give you my thoughts on them. Don't forget, there's animated movies. Big favourite for me as a kid, the Lord of the Rings animated movie, Ralph Bakshi, based on Fellowship of the Ring and the first half of the Two Towers. Do a review there. there's an animated Hobbit movie. I've never seen it, Rankin Bass, but it's got its following. So review of that. There's also an animated version. I think that's right. Am I saying Rankin Bass? Have I got that right? That sounds like an ice cream. Whoever. There's also one of Return of the King, because the Ralph Bakshi movie never got a sequel, so Rankin Bass did their own sequel to that. Give that a watch and a review. And also another something else I might do a review of is the radio dramas that the BBC produced of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Never heard the Hobbit one, but I could source that out. Lord of the Rings, I listened to probably about 20 years ago now. No, what am I talking about? 20 years ago? How long? 15 years ago, yeah. So something whenever the original movies came out, a long time ago anyway. So I can source that out and give them a re-listen to. So basically what I'm saying is don't worry about the lack of Middle Earth movies in these Peter Jackson movies. They are on my to-do list, and they will come out. And when I feel ready, when I've really sort of gone to town and rewatched the DVDs and all the special features and everything, I'll really go to town and really get immersed in Middle Earth again. And it should be a lot of fun, actually. I'm looking forward to doing it. And when I do them, of course, I'll make a Middle Earth playlist, but I'll also incorporate the Jackson movie reviews into the Peter Jackson playlist as well. So it all syncs up together. So there you go. No, bear with me, folks. No Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit just for the moment, but they are on the way. And stay tuned for my next review, which will either be King Kong or The Lovely Bones. So I'll see you then.